Once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. She was known far and wide for her beauty and pure heart.
In this video, we're going to be learning how to write our African folktale stories and any other genres that you may wish to write, or if you just want to use it for your content creation, your faceless YouTube videos and all that. So first, before we can start, you need to have your storylines ready. You need to have your content ready, whether you're advertising or you're writing a story. So let's say we're writing an African folktale story. The first thing we need to do is to generate our script. So for that, we need the help of ChatGPT. So if you don't have the ChatGPT app, you may go to your browser and type openai.com. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT to generate a story for me. I'll tell ChatGPT to generate a short African story about a pregnant virgin using Nigerian names and scenes. It must take place in local settings and full of morals. So if you want your story in other ways, you just specify whatever you want. If you want your story longer, you may, instead of this short African story, you may add a long African story. So now I'm going to tap on this arrow to generate the story for me. So you can see the stories are generating. Once upon a time, buzzing city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana, who was known far and wide for her beauty and pure heart. She lived with her parents in a modest mud brick house in a village on the outskirts of city. What we'll do next now is to copy this story. So you copy it. I'm going to tap on this copy, and then I'll go take it to my notepad. I use Google Docs, but any other notepad that you use, you may choose to use them. So I'll take it to my Google Docs to place it there. So I'm going to tap on this new document, plus sign new document, and I'll paste the story that I've just copied. So this is it now. Having done this, what we'll do next is to generate audio for our story. You generate audio and then you generate image for it, and there you have your story ready. So what I'll be doing next is to generate audio for this. So I'll go to my browser, go to your browser and type clipchamp. This is the clipchamp. So always shows the first result generated, which is this. So now clipchamp presently is only available on laptop and web browsers, but we're going to be bypassing that. We're going to be using it on mobile. So to do that, to bypass that, you need to tap on this dot you're seeing here. You can see the three dots here. Then you see this desktop site. I already placed mine on desktop site, but for yours, for the first time, you need to do that. You place it on desktop site so that you can be able to use this app on your mobile phone. So having done that, then you'll be able to walk around with it. So you can see this try for free up here. So you tap on that, tap on the try for free. So now we're going to tap on create a new video. Create a new video from scratch. So tap on create a new video, which is this. So now we are here. So what we'll do next is tap on this record and create, and say record and create here. So you tap on that, and then this text to speech. Tap on the text to speech. So this is where the magic is happening. So you can see on this side we have languages. So you tap on the language. You can see English Philippines, English Singapore, English South Africa, United Kingdom. So you go ahead and search for your country. So I'm going to search for English Nigeria. So English Nigeria is somewhere around here. Okay. So here we have English Nigeria. So you tap on English Nigeria. And for English Nigeria, the voices, we only have two voice, Abio for the male and Ezine for the female. So you choose the one you want. If you want a male voice, you choose Abio. If you want a female voice, you choose Ezine. So I'm going to tap on Ezine. And then we have this other advanced settings. So here you can choose the emotion. If you want the emotion you want the voice having, so you pick it here, whether you want it be in a happy mode, hyper mode, or sad mode. So you just choose your emotion here. And then we have the pitch. So you can see extra low, low, medium, high, and extra high. Then we have the pace. This is how fast you want the voice coming out. If you choose the 0.5x, it will be very slow. The 1x is the normal voice, and you want it to be very, very fast, you choose the 2x. And here we have the text box. This is where you input your prompt. So you paste the story that we copied there. Let's see if there's anything we need to correct. Then we'll go ahead and create. The person is the young maiden name, blah blah. So having gone through all this, what you do next is to tap on this save. And then it will process the audio for you. So after doing that, you tap on this play to
Once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. She was known far and wide.
So that is how the voice sounds. So having done this, what we'll do next is to export what we've just done. So you tap on this export you're seeing here. Tap on export to export it straight to your gallery. So you choose your resolution. If you want the 480p, it's not going to be of high quality. If you want the 720p, is still of minimal quality. So I'm going to tap on the 720 to download that for me. So you can see the video is downloading, and once it gets to 100%, then it will be downloaded straight to your gallery. And with that, we've come to the end of generating audio for our story. So what we'll do next is to go generate our images, and then we'll compile everything together on CapCut to give us a full story. So after generating our storyline and audio for our movie, what we'll do next is generate our images for the videos. And for that, we'll go back to our notepad for the stories that we pasted there. So we need to highlight the places where we'll be needing images on. So this once upon a time in a bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. So we need to generate image on this, and then we need to generate image on our parents living in a mud house, that's too. And then we'll generate another image on her finding out that she is pregnant. So we need to have that too. So we generate an image of her with pregnancy, with a minimal pregnancy. And then we'll generate an image of her going to see the chief, the elder, the village elder. And then we need to generate another image of the sheaves gathering under the tree, under the baba tree. So we need to generate an image on this as well. And then so this is how you generate your images. So you keep looking at the key things that should be shown. So like this one too, where she undergoes a traditional ritual. So we generate an image on this too. So that is how you generate images for your stories. So now let's go started. I'm going to copy this first line. I'm going to copy this first line. In a bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. So I'll copy this, and then I'll take it to my Microsoft page. I'll paste it there. So if you don't know, if you're not new to Microsoft Paint, you can check my other videos. There's a video I've made on how to use Microsoft Paint, so you can go through that. Then so you'll be able to create your images with ease. So in a bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. So we go further and said they said she is pure and beautiful. So I'm going to be adding that information as well. Known far and wide for her beauty and pure art. So I'm going to be adding this in the prompt. So I'll copy this and add it to the prompt, and then I will still be adding the one of her living with her parents in the hut. But let's create a story. Let's generate an image on this first. She was known for her far and wide for her beauty and pure heart. Images. Then you go for that. You said images must be photorealistic. Must be photorealistic. Photorealistic. Use full resolution or full HD. Then I'll tap on create. So having generated the image, what we'll do is tap on these three dots here to save our image. So tap on this and tap on download to download any of the images that you want. So I'm going to leave the rest of these images out. That is the only one I need there. So we'll go ahead and download the next image for our story, which is this one where they said she lived with her parents. She lived with her parents in a modest mud brick house. So I'm going to be copying this, copy this, and then I will be adding that in the prompt. So I will remove this in a bustling city of Lagos in Nigeria. So remove this, or we may say in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there lived a young maiden named Adama, who was known for far and wide for her beauty and pure heart. And then we'll add she lived with her parents in a modest mud brick house in a village on the outskirts of the city. So let's tap on create to see what this would bring. Image is generated, and I think I even prefer this picture than the first one. We may show this house as the mud house, or this. I think this is preferable. Let's copy the whole of this. So in order to maintain the same consistencies for our face, we are not going to be erasing all of these. A girl named Adana known for her pure heart. So believing that what will be changing is from here. These other things that will be adding are the only things we'll be changing here. So I will erase this where she lived with her parents and paste where she found out she was with child. So Adana found herself with a child despite having never known a man. Shocked and confused, she sought counsel from this. So let's tap on create and see what images would also bring out. So this is the image generated. I'm going to be saving this. So that is how we'll generate all the images for the stories. After generating our images, what we do next is to edit. So for that, we'll be going to CapCut to edit our images. So what you do is tap on new project, and then you go ahead and select all the images that you want to use. So you just select them randomly. There are some you might still have to remove that you might not be needing later on in the story. So you go ahead and add all the images, and then once you are done adding all the images, you tap on this add, then you add them there. So the next thing you do is to add your audio. So you tap on add audio. You can see sound effect extracted and record. So for this sound, if you want to add music, that's when you tap on the sound. And for the effects, so there are some sound effects that are there. So if that is what you want, those explosion, beep, swish, so that is what those ones are for. And then the extracted, this is where you go and tap on the image, the audio that we downloaded on Clipchamp. This is where you add the audio, and then you tap on import sound only. So there we have it.
Once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. She was known far and wide for her.
So now I'll be removing some of the images that I do not need. So like this one, I'll be deleting them, and then some other ones, and then we'll make some adjustment to the image.
City of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana.
You can see this.
She was known far and wide for her beauty and pure heart.
Too faster
Adana lived with her
the image, you have to stretch the image. So for that, if you want to stretch each of the clip, you tap on the clip and you stretch it this way. So where they talked about
once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. She was known far and wide for her beauty and pure heart. Adana lived with her parents in a modest mud brick house. So
I'm going to change the placement of this one too. This should be after here. So I want that there. So she lived with her
parents in a modest mud brick house in a village on the outskirts of the city.
So I will be stretching these two on the outskirts of the city before it gets to
the outskirts of the city. One day, Adana found herself with child, despite never.
So that is how you adjust them. You make sure you do all this first. Make sure after adding your audio, you make sure your images align with the audio. Like this place now, where she'll be meeting
having known a man. Before shocked and confused.
This should not come first. So you have to stretch this so that when it gets to the stage where she's meeting with
Chief Olu, who was
should be her image that she and the elder's image that will be showing them, and not before.
The village elder, Chief Olu, who was known for.
So that is that. So the next thing to do now is to add our animation. So for the animation, we'll be animating each of the images. So this is the first image, and I will come to this animation. The network is okay. For the animation, I usually use combo, but if you want to explore the in out, you may try that. I use a combo, and in the combo, I tap on.
Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana.
And she was known for the second image, and I tap on
wide for
again, and I move to the third one, and I tap
lived with
one. But if you want different animation for each of the images, you may go ahead and use any of the other animations.
Adana.
I want to use the same animation for all of them, so I'll be using zoom one round. I'll tap on them
when Chief Olu,
and I'll tap on zoom one. After that, I'll tap on this check mark.
The villagers and someone a meeting on.
So, and I'm done with it. After animating it, then I'm done with it. So the next thing we'll do after the animation is to generate our auto caption, and for that we'll be tapping on this text. You tap on auto captions. So auto captions come from either your voiceover or from the video or all. So anywhere it's hearing sound, it will bring your captions. So having done this, you tap on start. Don't choose any of the animations here, except you don't want to personalize your animation. So don't choose anyone here. Just tap on start. After opening it and you're seeing this, or just tap on start, and it will start creating your auto captions for you. So the auto captions have been created. The next thing we'll do now is to tap on each of the text, and then you tap on bash edit. So now for a neater auto captions, you need to reduce the length of each of the sentences. So once upon a time, ensure they don't exceed 3 or 4 words in a line. So once upon a time, I'm going to be entering, tap on enter, so that the next one, they can go to the next line. Once upon a time in a bustling, I'll tap on this bustling. So I will enter city of Lagos. It should be down because they are too long. There lived a young. And then another thing again, you can make use of opportunity of this to edit your words. You can edit the captions. There are times that the captions would have some errors in them, so you make use of this opportunity to edit any of the text that are not correctly spelled. So you edit them far and wide. I'll be editing this. So you continue to do this for the rest of the text until you get to the end of the captions. After editing them in batch, tap on the check mark, and then you go to each of the text. They've been divided now, so you tap on the first one and tap on style. So you tap on the style, and you go ahead and choose the fonts that you want. So any fonts you want, you choose them. But make sure you choose a font that will be bold enough to read, that will be audible for reading. So you can choose the system font or Rubik or any other font. So I'll just leave it at the system font. And then the style, you choose the style. You can give it size. You can give it size 20 or size 15. So anyone you want, depends on how big or how large you want it to be. And then if you want it to glow, if you want it to having a glow, you may tap on the glow, and then the intensity you can leave it at 65. The range you can leave that at 45. So depend on how you want it. And what again, if you want them having any effect, you may choose from this wide range of effects that are there. But I love to just leave it at the font and the style. And then if you want it having Canva, want it in Canva, you may go ahead and choose the Canva, and then you choose the Canva color. I choose the black. So corner radius, height, width, how wide you want the Canva to be. If you want it to be wide and the text should be in the center, you may increase the height of the Canva and the width of it here. And then the next thing you will do is animation. So you go to the animation and shows the type of animation, how you want the text appearing. So I usually use karaoke animation. So let me go ahead and look for that. Where is karaoke? Or if you want to use typewriter, you may use typewriter, or this one that is changing colors, chromatic. But I prefer the karaoke. So let me just look for that. But if you are doing yours, you may explore. Okay, this is karaoke.
Once upon a time in the bustling city,
and shows anyone that you want. So then you have to choose your color, your font color. So let's see how it pans out first. So let's play it.
in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana. She was
Okay. So I'm going to be going back to the style now. Oh, I pressed sticker, sorry. So I'll go back to the style. Let me change the font. I don't like the font that is displaying. So just pick another font that might be better than that. And then the style. So I think I would want something like this. Yes, I think I prefer that. So and then I'll still use the Canva. The Canva is that white, that background it is having, that you can see this white stuff that is having. So I'm going to change the color to black. Let me remove the Canva. I'll add none. I'll still be adding it back. So but let me just remove all of them first to know what is really going on. It's not giving me what I want. So I'll only be sticking with the fonts, and then I'll choose the style. It should be something like this or this.
Once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana.
So
She was known far and wide for her beauty and pure heart.
Behind them, so you can now go back to the Canva. So you tap on the text again, go to style, and then you go to your Canva and add the Canva to it. Add it behind it. So I'm choosing black. If you want to increase the height of the Canva, the width, so you may do all that. Then I'll tap on the check mark. So there we'll have the Canva behind it. So I want it to be wider than that. So I'm going to go back to style and re-edit the Canva. So let it be wider. The corner radius, if you want it to have a radius, you don't want the sharp edge, you will do that here. And then the height, if you want it to be very high and the width to be wide, I think the width is okay. I only need the height. So, and then if you want to offset it, Y offset, X offset, I don't need all that. So you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I still need to adjust the width too. So let me go back again. So this is how you continue editing. It's not really easy. You have to keep editing until you get to what you actually want. So the width, let me increase that to a little bit so you can see how it is now, but the width is too much, so I'll adjust it. Let me reduce it. Canva, the width. I reduce it a little bit, so let's see. It's okay now, it's perfect.
In the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young maiden named Adana.
So with this, we have come to the end of our video.
And pure heart. Adana lived with her parents in.
So what you do next is to download the video, and for that you'll be doing that here. You download it and see this arrow here. This is where you download it. So once you tap on that arrow, it will download straight to your gallery. All you need to do is just to add your thumbnail. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.